Hi world, it's Tuesday the 29th of August 2023. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon UK time. I want to have a look at the coming month, September, because I've just done a lot of videos for a channel I work with and it's all fresh in my mind. So what's really unusual about things at the start of September, we have Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, Neptune retrograde at the end of Pisces, Uranus retrograde in the middle end of Taurus, Saturn retrograde in early Pisces, Jupiter's just about to go retrograde in a couple of days' time in mid-Taurus, Venus is just stopping to going retrograde in mid-Leo, and Mercury is retrograde in mid-Virgo. The only planet that's not retrograde or about to stop or start going retrograde is Mars, which is in Libra, which is not a particularly auspicious sign for it. Mars in Libra isn't as proactive or dynamic as it likes to think it is. So Mars can't really express itself clearly and strongly in Libra, so when it does express itself, it can be quite volatile or easily irritated. But with all these retrogrades, whenever there's a lot of retrogrades, it is not a time of growth and expansion. It is not a time of movement forward. It is a time of reassessment. With all of these retrogrades, 6 months ago, no planets were going retrograde, and there was a lot of movement forward, a lot of opportunities, a lot of things changing. And this is still the case over 6 months on. But now, as we head into retrograde season big time, or we're right in the middle of it, perhaps it's time for reassessment, reevaluation, reconsideration, to step back and deliberately take our foot off the accelerator, not putting it on the brake. This is not a time of blockage or restriction. This is a time of reevaluation. So for many of us, both individually and collectively, we need to look at situations that have been going on in this last 6 months and say to ourselves, right, has this worked? Is it working? Yes, no. If the answer is yes, it is working, I'm happy with it, then by all means continue, but still take your foot off the accelerator. Just find a natural rhythm and flow with the go, and you'll find that you will be able to move forward in a slow, steady, consistent way without any major movements and without any problems, but don't push your foot too hard. And if the answer is no, things have not worked out the way I hoped or expected or wanted, then this is a time of reassessment and saying, okay, well, what lessons can I learn? What did I do wrong? What didn't work for me? How can I fix it? How can I rectify situations? And slowly, as we get more and more into the end of the year and the planets stop going retrograde, we'll then be able to start putting in place new actions, new developments, which will be similar to what we've done before, but better quality. So we'll be able to rectify situations and improve it. And this will get stronger and stronger as we get towards the end of the year. But that's the end of the year. Here we are in September. This is not a time of growth and expansion. The new moon on the early morning UK time of the 15th of September is a breath of fresh air. It's at 21 degrees of Virgo, working very well indeed with Uranus, not unhealthy with Jupiter, not really hitting Saturn or Neptune in a challenging way, not touching Pluto, not touching Mars, so it's a nice new moon. It seems to be a beacon of light this month, where if there are going to be any positive growth and changes, then this is going to happen around the new moon on the 21st. On the 15th, The full moon on the 29th of September is at 6 degrees of Aries. Now this doesn't hit any other planet in the sky strongly. So we have a somewhat wild full moon in Aries. I suggest that collectively and individually, as we get into the last 4 days of this coming month, we all need to hold our breath a bit and deliberately choose to refrain from making big changes or saying or doing something that we might later regret. An unaspected full moon in Aries has a degree of spontaneous volatility about it that makes me go, ooh, 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 caution. So be careful towards the end of the month. This is not a month for making big changes to your existing schedules or plans. It is a month for reassessing and evaluating what's worked and what hasn't, and there will be more growth. Next month, eclipse season, and that's going to create some permanent changes. But for this month, for all of us, it's a time of reflection, reassessment. Where have I been? Where am I now? Where do I want to be in the future? Catch you later, world. Bye.